Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and I'm here with a review for Viking Survivors on Steam. Now, this released on the 19th of June 2024 from developer publisher Family Devs, and they were kind enough to send me a copy for this review. So, huge thank you to them for that. Now, before I jump into the review, you can now download the demo for Viking Survivors on Steam, so don't take my word for it. Jump in and check it out. And the game is normally priced at $5.89, but it's currently got its introductory sale until the 3rd of July, saving 10%, making it only £5.30. Now, Viking Survivors is a action roguelite game, very similar to games like Vampire Survivors, Brotato, those kinds of things, where it's like you run around an arena trying to survive as long as possible. You start off with like one skill and you'll slowly either get more weapons or skills and abilities, and it auto attacks for you, so you don't have to do much bar just sort of avoid enemies. Now, Family Devs have made a couple of these games already that I've covered on the channel. They did The Journey of Piggy and Cards and Guns, and I've already done videos about both of them. You can check them out right now in our reviews playlist. But this one is no different. It's got a Viking skin where you play as Vikings fighting your way through all manner of like Viking and Norse related enemies. Now, the aim of the game is to sort of survive as long as possible. You kill enemies and they drop like crystals. These crystals give you XP. Collecting so much XP levels you up. And when you level up, you get the choice of one of so many skills. Now, you pick that skill and it then adds it to your character for this run. And you do that over and over and over again until you'll eventually either complete the level or die. Now, this game features multiple modes. So there's the Survivors mode, which is you've got to survive 30 minutes, fighting off tons and tons and tons of monsters, and then there'll be a final boss appearing at the end of it. You defeat them, you've survived. There's a roguelike mode, which is very similar to the Piggy game, where you will basically follow a story going across the sea, and you basically follow like a path, and it splits in different areas, and you pick which event you want to follow. So you might go, oh, there's fight an enemy on this one or a harder enemy on this one. Which one do I pick? But after the harder enemy, there's like a bonus chest, like, or on the other one, it's like I'm not sure what's next, or it might be another enemy. So it's procedurally generated every time you play, so it's very unique. But it does give you like different ways to play, and you go into like little mini like missions basically. Then there's infinite mode, and this is basically survive as long as possible. Unending waves and waves of monsters, and every 10 minutes a boss shows up. So, three types of gameplay. They all play very similar. It's all the same style game of like surviving, avoiding attacks, getting XP to level up to unlock new abilities and stuff like that. Now, one thing I do like about this game, it has multiple different sort of Viking characters you can unlock by completing certain scenarios. Once you've unlocked all of them, they do have their own sort of like starting play styles and stuff like that, which is nice. It gives you a bit more replayability as well. You also can collect materials to like permanently upgrade your Viking warrior in between games, which is nice. So you have that like meta progression as well. Now, graphically, it's very like 2D pixelated. It does the job. I like the enemy styles and stuff like that. However, I did feel this game was a little bit slow to begin with. Like there wasn't enough weapons and abilities for my liking. After like playing it a few times, I like these like roguelite survivor games where you end up with loads of different things going off all at once, and eventually you've built up such a repertoire, you're like invincible, and there's things flying out everywhere until like tons and tons of enemies and bad guys come at you. So like the environments and everything are good, the character designs are great, I enjoy them set in the like Norse mythology style, but I just felt it was a bit lacking in terms of the weapons variety, which is something it'll not bother everyone, which is fine. It's just for me, I like a bit more like craziness to these sort of games. It just keeps you like invested even longer. But the game is like I say, full of replayability. You can play it with Xbox and PlayStation controllers, and it has like 12 Steam achievements as well to get through. But as I've said, don't take my word for it. Try the demo. You can buy this for $5.30. You can also pick it up in a bundle with Cards and Guns, Card Survivors, and Viking Survivors as one for like just under £15, or one with Cards and Guns and Viking Survivors for about £10 as well. So check it out. It's fun, and like I said, the different modes really gives it a bit more legs than a normal sort of roguelike would. But there's just not a huge amount of repetition worthy weapons and skills for my liking. It got very samey after about 2 hours. I was just like, I've seen this, I've done this. I'd like to have more abilities from the get go. But overall, a fun little game. I definitely got my time out of it, and it's one of those games that you can slap on and play on the go, no problem at all. It's not verified or anything for Steam Deck, but if it plays with a pad, I see no reason why this wouldn't play with a Steam Deck at all. And these are the type of games that work perfectly on your Steam Deck. So hit that like button, guys, hit subscribe, and let me know down below what you think of this game. Is it one you'll pick up? And are there any others? I'll speak it out eventually. Are there any other roguelike action games you'd like to see me play like this? Because this is one of my favourite new gaming genres. I can play them for 10 minutes when I've got a little bit of time, or I can sit and play them for hours and hours and hours when I'm like fully enthralled. So let me know if there's any I haven't covered on the channel so far, and I'll do my best to check them out. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.